Hello, guys. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing great. Welcome to the second episode of the Open Mic podcast. Thank you guys for your support, and I apologize for the delay. I've had a lot of exams. So, today in this episode, we'll be talking about a book that changed me and changed my way of thinking, and also had a positive impact on my life. So, let's get started. So, how many times have we told ourselves, tomorrow I'm going to change my life, or tomorrow I'll be more active and become a better version of myself, only to find ourselves reverting to our old habits a few days later, losing all that initial enthusiasm? I was exactly like that. I would set big goals and feel excited at first, but that enthusiasm would gradually fade. I would feel disappointed as if I couldn't make any real change, and no matter how hard I tried, nothing seemed to change. Then I discovered a book that's completely changed my way of thinking, Atomic Habits by James Clear. What's truly impressed me wasn't just his talk about change, but how he showed that real transformation doesn't begin with huge goals, but with small habits. Habits that accumulate over time to create mindful change, even if the results aren't immediate. So, today I want to share this journey with you and how this book reshaped the way I see myself, the way I approach change, and how each of us can become a better version of ourselves without feeling pressured. So, right now, let's talk about the main idea of the book and the writer. So, Atomic Habits is a book by James Clear, an author and speaker who focuses on habits, decision making, and lifelong learning. The main idea of the book is simple but powerful. Small habits, when practiced consistently, can lead to remarkable results. James Clear shows that real change does not come from sudden shifts or relying only on motivation, but from small actions that are easy to control and integrate into everyday life. Over time, these small habits build up, shaping our behavior and the way we live. The book the book teaches readers how to create systems that encourage positive habits, reduce negative ones, and focus on becoming the person they want to be rather than just achieving specific goals. It encourages building a lifestyle where good habits naturally become a part of who you are, making change mindful and lasting. So, I chose to talk about atomic habits in this episode because it came into my life at a time when I desperately needed guidance and hope. I was 12 years old and feeling completely lost. I remember waking up every day with a heavy heart, thinking about everything I wanted to change about myself, my studies, my habits, and even my self confidence. But no matter how hard I tried, I always failed. Every small failure made me feel weak, like I was incapable of improving or achieving anything worthwhile. I started to doubt myself and even lost hope of becoming the person I wanted to be. Then, one Sunday, while scrolling on TikTok, I came across a video of a boy reviewing books and passionately talking about atomic habits and how it had changed his life. I watched him talk about small changes and how simple habits could grow into something life changing. In that moment, I felt a spark of curiosity and hope that hadn't felt in months, and I felt like it was a sign for me. That evening, I rushed to Fuzzy Bookstore next door, which carried all kinds of books. When I saw the book, my joy was indescribable, and I bought it immediately. Afterward, I once and looked myself in my room hesitated to read it because I was afraid it would disappoint me. But as soon I started reading, I felt as if someone was speaking directly to me. The book's idea touched my heart deeply. For the first time, I realized that I didn't need to make a radical change overnight or rely on fleeting motivations as I used to. I always start with very big goals when I plan to change, like waking up at 6 every morning. Instead, I can change my by taking small steps, focusing on building my character and trusting the process. This book didn't just give me knowledge about habits, it gave me a sense of control and hope. It reminded me that even when I feel broken or exhausted, change is possible if I start with small and consistent actions. It inspired me to believe in myself again, to take responsibility for my actions, and to begin building the life I want, step by step. That's why Atomic Habits isn't just a book for me, it's a guide that helped me regain my strengths and taught me that true change began from within, even in the most difficult moments of self doubt. The part of Atomic Habits that interested me the most is the idea that real change doesn't come from only setting goals, but from building a new identity. Goals are useful because they give us something to aim for, but they only tell us what to achieve, not who we are. Identity is different. It shapes how we see ourselves, the choices we make, and the habits we naturally follow. For example, saying I'm a healthy person is much stronger than saying I want to lose weight. When your habits are connected to who you are, they become a natural part of your life, not just something you have to do. Saying I'm a reader is stronger than saying I want to read more every day. This way of thinking makes difficult habits easier become they reflect the person you want to become. This idea changed the way I look at myself and my daily life. Instead of only focusing on goals, I started thinking about the type of person I want to be. Small changes in my habits, when connected to my identity, become easier and more mindful. They felt natural, not forced. For me, this is the most important lesson in the book. It taught me that change is not just about what you do, but about who you become. When your habits reflect your identity, even small steps can create big results over time, and it makes change feel possible and realistic. I started applying this idea in my daily life by focusing on who I wanted to become rather than only on my goals. For example, instead of saying I want to wake up early, I become telling myself I'm a morning person who is active and productive in the morning. This small shift in thinking changed the way I approach my mornings. Getting up early become natural and enjoyable rather than a struggle. Similarly, instead of saying I want to get excellent grades, I started telling myself I'm someone who loves learning and exploring new knowledge. This helped me focus on enjoying the process of learning rather than only the results. By connecting my habits to my identity, I felt more motivated, confident, and consistent in my actions. These small changes made my daily routines feel easier and more mindful. And they remind me that being the person I want to be is more important than chasing goals alone. So I consider the book Atomic Habits to be like a lifesaver to me, as it's completely changed my perspective of myself in my daily life. It gave me practical tools, and most importantly, it restored my self confidence at a time when I feel lost and hopeless. I realized that change is possible, even through small steps, and that's by focusing on the person I want to become, I can build natural and mindful habits. This book reminds me that even when we feel broken or overwhelmed, we are capable of growing and evolving every day. So now we've reached the end of this episode. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you guys for your listen. Now, I'd like to leave you with a question to think about. Are there any habits you're trying to change in your life? And what kind of identity do you want to build for yourself? Take your time to reflect, and if you'd like, share your answer in the comments. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for your watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye.